Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 19th of December, and as you can see, these small fish are still in the front pond. They have been eating, so I think they're happy enough, but with the constant changes in temperature, I am getting a bit concerned. But we have got a little bit further on that, but what with Christmas coming up, everything's going to slow down. But I have managed to get me measuring tubs and that finished, so I'm going to take you on the back now, and this will be a new home for them in one of them tubs, so see you in a minute. Right, here we are on the back, just letting you have a look at the fish here. They say switch your air balls off in winter, but every time I come round here they seem to be in up that end in the air, so but they're all looking well. The two little ones there, they're what I got from Crafty, and they're doing really well. These were eating till yesterday. Yesterday. They stopped yesterday, and today they don't seem to be interested at all. If you have a look at, I don't know whether you can see it bottom of the pond, but there is bits in the bottom of the pond. I really do think I ought to get a pond vac, because with this being a mature pond, it's got algae all around the sides and the bottom, and the food waste and fish crap gets stuck in the algae at the bottom and doesn't make it to the pump. But they seem happy enough. Filters are doing well. I'm not too concerned about these. Probably kiss of death, that is, but we'll see how they get on. But mainly it's about the fibreglass and what I've done, so we'll have a look at them now. If there's a bit of sniffling going on, it's because I seem to be starting with the cold yesterday, so we'll see how it gets on. So let's just have a look at the tubs. There's one of them and there's the other one. Now, initially what I set out to do was make a measuring bowl, a metre long internal measuring bowl, and that's what that is. There was never going to be a lid on it, but I decided using the measuring bowl I'd probably use 3 times a year, so decided we'd start thinking about what else I could do with it, like quarantine tank, fry tank, any new fish that came in, little ones, they could go in there for a while just to make sure everything were all right with them. I obviously decided to make that because I was going to make some more measuring bowls, but I've decided against it, so I haven't done a lot of work on that. That's set up as it is. Just, it will end up, I'm sure it's going to end up as a filter, chamber filter. How I've done this for now, it's slightly different with the lid. Oops, so I don't drop it. I've still got to clean up, probably put a little bit of flow coat inside there, but it doesn't matter. I put dowels in there. I made some holes in there so it can just slot in, so if it does become a filter box, it's going to be enclosed. It's going to be fully enclosed. It does sit in there quite nicely, as you can see in there, the bottom. I don't know what to do with that yet, whether that'll be a drain, probably put a tank cutter through the bottom and re-lam round it to put a bottom drain in, or sealant or whatever. Having seen Matt at Vince's, the Twisted Koi Man, Matt were putting him a winder, putting the pond line around the winder, and I never thought you'd get away with sticking the pond liner to the winder. I've never seen that done before. It's normally other side, but he says it works, so he knows best, I believe him. and it looked like everything were coming on nicely at Vince's, so I hope nothing's changed. And if you don't know who Vince is, he's Twisted Koi, and he must have lived on Moon for last year, as I noted, because he is very well known. Swears a bit, but I don't like granddaughter to see him. But yeah, good luck Vince with your pond. I hope everything's still okay. Right, so that's going to end up having the fish in the front pond in there, and then being a filter, chamber filter. Got a few ideas about that anyway. And then this is my measuring tub. As you can see, I put some chains on it, and I put some hinges on the lid. I'm going to drop this back down a minute. But the hinges on the lid are just normal hinges. I didn't want to do that, but I've got these. They're the sliding hinges, so you can slide them in and out. And I was going to put them on, but they're a bit big. But the idea was I could put them on and then slide the lid off, and these chains here, these just pull out, these hooks. So what you'd actually have is one piece of hinge on the back, no lid, no chains on it. So basically all you've got then is your measuring tub. Obviously these, because the expense I was going through, I decided that I've got to utilise them for something else. So with the storage, I've got me, I'm going to leave this in here, what's left of my Saki balance, keep mice out, this will. And then obviously I've got the meter long sticker in there. I've curled it up the side a little bit, so when the fish are in, if the nose is touching the side, then you know exactly what size they are. For anybody who don't know, these are the sizes on here. I'm sure most people know. Are for competition, because obviously they have different size competition fish. So, but that's all been flow coated out. Don't need anything else doing to it other than again some smaller hinges will slot on and off. I'm going to put it down because it's very windy. Regards what this lot's cost me, having started it from scratch and building my own mould from melamine and everything like that, I did explain that gets thrown away, so it's a waste of money. And I've also said in the past, if you only want one measuring bowl, just go out and buy one. Don't do what I've done and try and make it, because I think altogether this has cost me £400. Now probably people will say, well that's not bad, but it's also cost me 45 hours of work. From it, the mould itself cost me, I think it was 16 hours. That was just to make the mould. That was the framing of the mould, the fitting the melamine, radius in the corners with body filler, radius in the other corners with plasticine, buffing, polishing, and actually laying it up, and then having to do the work again on what was that tub when it came out, because you never get a perfect corner. I wasn't expecting to anyway. The problems I've suffered with is not having enough room, not having enough lighting. But as I say, to get these, it's probably cost me £400, about it's 45 hours of work, and obviously just to buy one, I don't know what they cost. I don't even know if they exist. But if somebody was building these, when you look at it, you've got a storage box, you've got a a small fish quarantine tank, you've got fry tank, you've got it could even be a planter. But there's so many different. I even thought if somebody did one of these dog grooming services, transporting the visiting people's houses and transporting things about, it could actually be a dog bath. But there's so many things it could be used for, but it is hard work getting to this stage. I think myself that somebody who was thinking of manufacturing something similar to this, you'd probably as well get in 3 moulds. Making 3 moulds, you could do 3 a day, because it took me, I would say, a maximum of 5 hours to actually do the lid and the base. Once I'd done the tub and I decided I was going to do a lid, it meant I'd got 2 jobs I could work on in the day. So I gelled the tub, then I gelled the lid, and backwards and forwards. And once I started doing it, I reckon it took me about 5 hours. But it's the waiting time between while the resins are going off and things like that. Plus whoever did decide to make anything like this, they'd need the premises, which they'd be paying rent for, or whatever, the electric. And obviously when it takes a long time to do one, it's going to be very costly. So as I say, I think you could make one in 5 hours. If you've got something else to go and do while everything's curing and things like that, then fine. But you'd probably be able to make, if you got 3 moulds, you'd make 15 a week, and then just spend time polishing the moulds back up to go for the next week. But that's only my opinion. But I don't know what money they'd make, but I know the mould itself, the melamine itself, and the building of that cost me about £170, I think. But obviously I bought £700 worth of resin and tools and things like that, and I've still got a lot of that left. So yeah, I hope you've learnt a bit of something about fibreglassing. I hope you all have a lovely Christmas. I know I'm ready, because it's been hard work. I didn't realise that being away from it for 30 years would wear me out like it does. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for the new subscribers. And a Merry Christmas to everybody and a Happy New Year. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and goodbye.